Hello. My intro is having a meltdown. Jimbo.
I'm here.
Hang on.
Are we live?
I'm going out and back in. You're going to have to... We are live, but the intro has gone up the wall. So we're live right this second, and it seems to have sorted. It seems to have relaxed. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. Even the most famous people in the world have technical difficulties, which is obviously what we've had this morning because my intro would not play. But happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy hump day. Hope everyone's well. As you can hear, I'm not great today. I'm full of cold and chesty there. But we muddle through. Jimbo, how you doing today?
Yeah, I'm good. No cold. Just chilling.
No, not yet. Good. Just thought we'd do a pop-up show. There's been some transfer news and whatnot. So got a few bits to go through. Which we will do in due course. It's thrown me off. I normally get my minute to prepare while my Just a Girl Loves Spurs intro's going. So it's thrown me off. But let's have a look who's in the chat anyway. We've got Adrian Schroker. Big up. Oh, excuse me. Big up, Adrian. Hope you're well. Just a harmless potato. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good. We've got C to the fourth saying City are suing the Premier League for damages whilst arguing that the league's democratic system of requiring at least 14 clubs or 2/3 of those who vote to implement rule changes gives the majority unacceptable levels of control. City complaining that the majority overrules the minority, the golf mindset on full display. They're getting extremely desperate, which is a good sign for justice. Yeah, I will be covering this shortly. Potato says City have tried to end the league's associated party transaction rules relating to club signing sponsorship deals with companies linked to their owners. I think everyone, well, I certainly, excuse me, certainly could see this coming. City have argued that the Premier League have failed to provide evidence that sponsorship deals with related parties give clubs an unfair advantage, blah, blah, blah. We will go through that shortly, but thank you, C to the fourth and Potato, for bringing some light to that. Good afternoon, Pin-Up Girl and Jim. Good afternoon, I'm a real gooner. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hey, Willsy. Good to see you. Destiny 5, hiya. Willsy's saying, hope you feel better soon, Kate. I don't actually feel too bad. I'm tired, but I'm just full of this pigging cold. Danny Talk Sport, big up to you. Hope you're feeling good. Please smash the like, subscribe. I'm 7 away now from 1,400. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do. It really does help the channel. Big up Cassandra says, good start to the stream. Morning, afternoon, all. Hope you're all good. Yeah, well, do you know what they say? Things can only get better. So I'm a real gooner. I don't know if it's me lagging, but it's taking ages to bring comments up. Jim and Kate, I own a burger van. I take £100 a week. Now I'm sponsoring my club for 500 million a year. Yes, I hear you. I hear you. Good morning, afternoon, Drew Lala. Hope you're well, lovely. Good day, Dragon D's nuts. Willsy says, wait, when did I get gifted a membership? Thank you, whoever it was. I believe it was John James. He very kindly last Friday gifted 40 memberships. So I believe it was him. So welcome to the club, Willsy. I'm a real gooner is saying, why are people surprised that City owners don't agree with democracy? Exactly that. Big up, Danny says, thanks for the gifted membership. Yep, John James is the one to thank. I'm sure if he's around, he'll be in today. Good morning, new here. I've heard good things, so I thought I'd give it a well. Big up, Liam Bellingham. Welcome to the site. I hope you enjoy what you see. Quite a
We're not signing
place.
him, Liam Bellingham.
What, Jim?
Are we not signing him?
Maybe if he's related to Jude and Job, no doubt we'd be linked to you, Liam, at some point. We're linked to the world and his wife as it is. Big up, Graham. Spurs GCTV says, nasty tickle there, Kate. Hope you're better. So, Jimbo, give us a come on, you effing Spurs.
Come on, you fucking Spurs.
There we go. That's probably the monetization out the window, but who cares? Guna says, if City win, let's start a new league and banish them. Yes, Let's do that. So I suppose that's quite a good place to start, really. The news broke yesterday that Manchester City are to launch legal action over Premier League financial rules. Jim, now do a come on you Gunners. I don't think that's going to happen, Jimbo.
Did someone say something?
Don't you dare say it.
Did someone say something? Because I can't hear nothing.
Good afternoon, Princess Kate, Sir Jimbo. Was over listening to the Queen, Ellie. Hope you're both well. All good here, Shem. Hope you are well too. So yeah, Man City, they never cease to surprise. I'm just going to read what I mean. I don't claim to be a financial expert by any means, so I'm going to just talk in layman's terms. But basically, as we all know, they were charged in February last year with 115 breaches of competition's financial fair play. They could face points deduction, blah blah blah. The Premier League champions are now campaigning for the removal of associated party transaction rules, with the citizens insisting the rules aren't lawful and are a result of other clubs attempting to stifle their progress. I find that little part there so irritating. Man City have launched an unprecedented legal action against the Premier League. The dispute, which has become a battle between the most powerful clubs in the country, will be settled after a 2-week private arbitration hearing on Monday, which is gutting that it's private, because how interesting would that be? It's something we've never seen before, probably never see again. The outcome could dramatically alter the landscape of the professional game and have a significant impact on a separate hearing set for November into City's 115 alleged breaches of the Premier League's regulations and financial rules. That hearing is expected to last 6 weeks and could lead to massive fines for the club's owners. Man City are arguing that they are victims of discrimination because of the APT rules, that the tyranny of the majority is attempting to halt their progress. Introduced in December 21 in the wake of the Saudi-led takeover of Newcastle, the rules are designed to maintain the competitiveness of the Premier League by preventing clubs from inflating commercial deals with companies linked to their owners. The rules dictate that such transactions have to be independently assessed to be a fair market value. So much like Guna said, someone who owns a burger van earns £100 a week cannot then sponsor a club for £500 million. The fact that they're the fact that they're suggesting they're being discriminated against is laughable, and that their progress is being halted, considering they are winning everything, is laughable. I mean, Jimbo, what do you make of Man City at the minute doing what they're doing?
Well, I mean, I've over the last few months we've talked about it a lot, and I've thought about it a lot. I don't see how they can have so many players on the books that are so good. Let's say what's their most expensive player? 100 million, right?
Jack Grealish, Vardiol, they were both over 100.
Most of their players are between, I would say, 30 and 100 million, and they've got one hell of a squad there. But then you've got to think of their wages. Most of them are on really big wages. I mean, I don't see how they haven't broke the rules. I can't see it. How they haven't broke the rules. They must have broke the rules somewhere. And at least Chelsea stood up and said, "Yeah, we have broke the rules. We'll take our punishment." I mean, they're just trying everything in the book to get away with it. And a lot of people think they will. I don't think they will, Kate. And they're poking the bear, aren't they?
They are, but if they get found, that if the Premier League get found guilty of, if you like, discriminating, like Man City is suggesting, that's going to shed a whole new light on those 115, because they're going to say that they've been discriminated against again. It's going to have a snowball effect. But I mean they've said that City are. Why not?
Sorry to interrupt, but that just doesn't make sense. What, are they discriminating against Nottingham Forest? Are they discriminating against Everton, against Chelsea?
Yeah, but this is on a hugely different scale. Nottingham Forest they lost too much. Everton lost too much. This is them actually. Well, it's fraud what they're accused of doing. It says that their sponsors are linked to club owners in Abu Dhabi, and they should be allowed to determine how much they want to pay, regardless of an independent valuation. 4 of City's top 10 sponsors have ties to the UAE, including stadium and shirt sponsor Etihad Airways. So they're basically saying if Tottenham sponsors them 100 mil, if Man City sponsors want to sponsor them for $1 billion, it's not the Premier League's business. It should be down to them to say, yeah, that's fine, rather than have a level playing field. And I mean, let's be fair. At the minute, Man City are dominating the league. They don't need any help. This is very true. It's like I say, it's something we've never seen before. We're never going to see again. I wish more than anything we could see the court case that starts on Monday about it, because I think it will be fascinating. But they won't allow it. It's going to be behind closed doors. But it will have a bearing on the 115 charges. If they get found that they have been victimised, if you like. It's not fair and it isn't right, but that's what will happen. Big up to everyone who's coming, AJ, Jose, John James, everyone that's coming that I've missed, Kev G, afternoon, Isak and Eze in A Fella Can Dream. Yeah, I saw Sean, bless him, big up Sean every time at Spurs Talk Show, talking about Isak today. Can't see that happening. I mean, Newcastle have said they want £200 million for him. No one in their right mind is going to pay that. I mean, it's a lovely dream. I'd love to get Isak in. I don't see it happening, Jim. I don't know about you.
No, not one bit. Eze, I do, but not Isak. They're not going to let him go, are they?
Well, I had a funny dream last night, and I had to Google it this
Did
morning
you
because
now?
I actually didn't know if it was a dream or I'd heard something. But I dreamt that Liverpool came in with a massive offer for James Maddison. And obviously, there was a big debate in the fan base whether we should sell him, whether we should keep him. But they were led to believe that he was going and Eze was coming in. And honestly, the rubbish I dreamed. But I had to Google it this morning because I was like, wow, have Liverpool really bid that? But obviously they haven't. But yeah, Eze I could see happening. It's perfectly feasible. But Isak, not in a million years. And I don't mean to be disrespectful to Spurs when I say this, but Isak could really choose where he wants to go. Why is he going to come Spurs?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking of your dreams. You dream of football. I dream of you and Ruby Rose and me.
Well, you're a pervert. Do you know what, Gunnar? The government should come in and have a say at the end of the day. So, yeah, you may well be right. Big up the legend, Jimbo. Big up Raymond. Just won the 4P after winning the treble, yet they're moaning about being held back. What a joke. I know. I mean, what do they want? To win everything, like, every season? It makes me sick. I'm not going to lie. It does make me feel sick. The way they're crying when we all know I don't care. They are cheats because there's never smoke without fire. And if you're charged with 115 charges, we know for a fact they're definitely going to be charged with not cooperating. And if you don't cooperate, that to me says that you've got something to hide. But Rodder's in the house, says, greeting guys. The question you should be asking yourself is, if they felt that way, why come out now and say it? It's just wasting time to what's going to happen to them. Yep, completely agree, Rodney. They're trying every trick in the book. As they have done all the way along. Guna says, I'll say it, this is why Saudi should never be allowed to own a Premier League team. I said it at the time. The minute we let that happen, there should never be state-owned football clubs, whether it be Saudi or whoever. It should never have happened. It's all about the money, and this is what happens now.
I was watching TalkSport last night, and they had a reporter. They brought him on, and he said that they've got involvement in 4 other clubs. I don't know if that's what clubs, and to me, it's just a joke.
It's like, I mean, I'm not putting it on the same scale, but like Sir Jim Ratcliffe's now coming to Man United, and he's got close affiliation with Nice. So the transfer business between the two there can be questioned. I mean, it's so corrupt, all of it. John says they made more profit during COVID than Real Madrid with not even a quarter of the fan base. They didn't show how they made these profits till now. And no one was going to matches. Figure that out. Exactly. There's Saint World dodge going on. Destiny's laughing at you with your dirty dreams. Big up Chelsea boy. Hope you're well. Yeah, it was a good dream actually. Because Madders has been a massive letdown.
Mine or Kate's?
No, yours. Mine, I mean. Apparently Tottenham are preparing an offer for Conor Gallagher. What do you think of that? I don't believe it. I don't believe he'd come. I think he's proper Chelsea. I think he will end up at Aston Villa. Jim, do you agree? I mean, we are going to touch on Conor Gallagher in a bit.
No, I disagree. I think he's going to end up with us. I don't think he's going. I don't think he's going to want to leave London, Kate.
Yeah, but he doesn't. They said he's being particularly choosy about where he wants to go, and I just think with his whole family being Chelsea, he won't touch Spurs with a barge pole. And I'm hoping that's the case as well, because I don't really want him. I don't want a proper Chelsea player playing for us. It'd be like signing John Terry. No. But we will touch on that in a minute anyway. John James laughing at you again, being filthy. Big up, Chris. There's evening, Kate, Jim, and all. Part of the Premier League charges is that companies involved in the sponsorships won't open their books to Premier League to check validity. If City win this new case, we'll never know the truth. Yep. 1,000,000%. You know what they say? Money talks, bullshit walks. Spurs need to get Eze before they even think about Gallagher. Yep. I sleep with Cameron Diaz, but then I wake up and she's always gone. Kate, they are cheats, yeah. Then we've got Cole Simpson. Big up, Cole. Says, afternoon, Kate, Jim, everyone in the chat. Hope you're well. Good to see you. Excuse my voice and my coughing and whatnot. Congratulations to our England ladies last night. Their best performance of the last 2 years, beating a top French side who was unbeaten in qualifying games at home since 2007, winning 2-1. Thank you for that, David. I did not know that, but big up to the England ladies. Good news there. Bit of good news. John James is saying Ineos out already. Wow. We've only been there 5 minutes. If it was Spurs, we would be done straight away. Yeah, I think if it was anyone else, I think City have got so much power and there's so much politics involved, because obviously, I don't want to get myself assassinated here when I say this, but obviously Europe and England in particular rely on the Middle East for our oil and stuff. So it's kind of like, oh, we don't want to upset the apple cart. So there is so much politics involved with it all. It's awful. Connor hates us. Don't know how you all can see that. I can't see it. I don't want Gallagher, especially not before we sign Eze. Gallagher will be doing shampoo adverts soon. More than likely. I mean, staying on the subject of Conor Gallagher, Chelsea have said they will demand 50 million for Conor Gallagher amidst talks with Aston Villa. I mean, that seems, for a club that are struggling with FFP and PSR and God knows what else, that seems a lot of money. But it does still say on the report that the main people interested are Spurs and Villa. It says Villa are determined to strengthen their squad ahead of Champions League football, and Emery is thought to be a huge admirer of Gallagher's talents. Tottenham, excuse me, have retained interest in Gallagher, but Villa could now make the first move for the ex-Palace loanee. I mean, Jim, how do you feel about Gallagher? Do you want him? Do you think we could do better?
I like him. I think he'd be a really good addition to our squad, and I hope we get him. And I think he's a professional footballer, Kate. We've had players from Arsenal, and they've had players from us. Same with Chelsea. We've had players in the past, and I've gone either way. And I just think he'd be a good addition. I think he's a professional, and he's going to want to do well wherever he is. I hope we get him. I really do. If we win or not is another matter. But if we don't get him, I won't lose any sleep. I'll be more upset if we don't get Eze, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a Gallagher fan. I think his work rate's excellent. He runs around a lot, but I just don't think he always does what he needs to do with the ball, and we've got some of them already. Defarshaw's putting me in my place, saying you must get over this Chelsea boy bullshit. Jimmy Greaves played 152 times for Chelsea with 124 goals for joining us. I know what you're saying, but I mean his whole family are Chelsea as well.
Doesn't
I
matter,
mean, if I was,
he's a
if I
professional.
was, yeah, but if I was a footballer, and obviously I'm Tottenham, my whole family's Tottenham, I couldn't go to Chelsea. I couldn't do it. Or Arsenal, I couldn't do it.
We'll see.
But yeah, we will see. Did you know City owners fly UK refs over to
Look
referee
behind
one
you.
match? I know, I saw. She's trying to avoid the camera. Fly over to Dubai to ref one match and pay them well for it. Look it up. Doesn't surprise me at all. Like I say, they're so corrupt. It makes me sick. Big up James, the Tottenham fan. Hope you're well. Make sure everybody goes over and subscribes to James, and also Eltel Cockerell, who's in the house as well. Greaves would never put Chelsea before Spurs. No, I'm sure you're right, and I don't know. I can't see it. I think it's not going to happen, and I'm not bothered if it does or it doesn't. If we sign Gallagher, it'll be another player that divides the fan base. But I also agree with something Jacob said yesterday, where he said that if we do miss out on Gallagher, certain sections of the fan base will use it as another stick to beat Levy with, even the ones that don't really want him. If we lose out to him and he goes to Villa, people will say, "Oh, it's Levy trying to do things on the cheap." I wonder what will happen to the club sponsored by Emirates if City lose. Yeah, this is what I mean. It's going to have huge repercussions if they do lose, but if they win, it's going to have huge repercussions as well. Yeah, I know. I've got an intruder behind me. Intruder alert! Intruder alert! But she's a very pretty one. Big up Kate Jim in the chat. Big up Robbie. Hope you're well, my lovely. Question: Eze or Gallagher?
Eze, 100%.
Yeah, for me, it's a no-brainer. It's Eze all day long. Like I say, I just don't think Gallagher is the finished article. He runs around a lot, but don't do enough with the ball. But yeah, Eze would be a massive coup if we can get him, in my opinion. Big up, Aaron. Hope you are well, my lovely. Just bear with me 1 second, Jim. I need to get some tissue in a minute. Big up to the number one Agambar, Chris Agambar, saying 100% Eze. I think if you ask the majority of Tottenham fans, very few would choose Gallagher over Eze. Jim, do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I think they're on different levels to each other, and I think Eze can still get a lot better than he is. I'm not sure about Gallagher. I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll see anyway. Big up Chris Peters. Good to see you, sir. Hope you are doing well. James the Tottenham fan says, all good here. Hay fever killing me today. Hope you're well. I've got a stinking cold and cough, but apart from that, unfortunately, I could deal with it if it was hay fever, but it's all chesty and blah. If City win, wages will go up, meaning ticket prices will go through the roof. Oh, don't. I'd love Eze more than Elise. Me too. I do. I would too. I like Elise, but I prefer Eze. I don't. What about you, Jimbo?
Yeah, Eze for me, definitely. I really rate him, and he had a good game for England the other day. But saying that, Gallagher did as well. He had a good game for England the other night. So yeah, but I would like Eze for me should be our number one target.
Well, yeah, he should be a priority signing. I agree. Willsey got banned from LB's channel last night. Naughty Willsey. I love LB. I've got a lot of time for LB, but like all City fans, which are, they're perfectly within their right, none of them will even consider the fact that they might be guilty. So They all, yeah, exactly that. I was just going to say those words. They do close ranks. Whereas I like to think as a human being, above being a football fan, I would be utterly disgusted at the thought that my club might have cheated. But nobody knows until it happens. So, but yeah, so Naughty Willsy's been banned. Kate, were you dreaming of someone who had a cold? Maybe James Madison had a cold in my dream. I don't know. I'm not sure. I do have some weird dreams, very weird dreams. I like LB2. Not sure what it is. What I said that was so bad. Maybe you caught him on a bad day. How can we be more hated than City? Do you know what, Guna? This is what I said on the terrace at the time. When all the Tottenham fans wanted us to lose, not all Tottenham fans, I don't want to say that, but a lot of Tottenham fans wanted us to lose to City. I said at the time, yes, you're our biggest rivals, but what's worse, you winning the league or a bunch of cheats winning the league? You know, ethically, it's hard for me to choose Manchester City because I despise everything they stand for. You know, Jim, I think you felt the same. I think at one point you said you'd rather Arsenal win the league than City.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because I'm not like a lot of Tottenham fans. If Arsenal win the league, it doesn't affect me. I won't have a meltdown. If they win the league, I said before, they deserve to win it over 38 games. And I wanted to beat City with every fibre in my body. And if it meant Arsenal winning the league, then so be it. I didn't want to lose. I don't want Tottenham to lose against anybody, no matter what the outcome is.
Yep. Good afternoon and welcome to Sarada. I'm not sure how to say your name. I hope I'm not butchering it. Who has just subscribed. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well, lovely. We also have someone shouting at us. Vindaloo shouting at us. Big up Jimbo and Kate. I've been told the Tottenham crew are talking to the Hudson-Odoi camp at 2 p.m. today. Forest's financial situation is crap right now. Tottenham going in early. Other clubs interested. Another player dividing the fan base. I know Daniel Coyes doesn't rate Hudson-Odoi. I like him. I think there's potential there. Not the level I'd like to see, but I quite like him. Jim, thoughts on Hudson-Odoi?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm just behind my club and I'm behind my manager, right? I don't slag my players down. You know, I might sometimes say things against them if they have a bad game, but I don't just slag my players down to the end of the earth. I mean, it's just not me. If they wear our jersey and walk on that pitch, I support them. I don't care who it is.
Yeah,
that's just that I will not go against my club or my manager. If he wants Hudson-Odoi and he brings him in, and then so be it, I'll be behind him. There are signings we get that I'm not sure about, and I don't slag them down. I get behind them.
But Jimbo, that's a very diplomatic response. But what do you think of Hudson-Odoi? Do you like him?
Yeah, he's all right. He's not. He wouldn't be my choice, Kate. I wouldn't. If I was up to the signings for Tottenham, he wouldn't be on my list. So I would prefer not to get him, but I could be wrong. You know, he could come and do well for us. That remains to be seen. But I mean, I you know me, I read a lot and I watch a lot of YouTube people talking about players, and he gets a mixed response as well. You hear a lot of people saying good things about him, and you hear other people saying not so good. So, but all I know is if he comes in, I'll get behind him.
Sorry, I was eating a crisp. Big up, love Spurs. It's a really interesting question. If Spurs got an oil-rich country by the club and we behaved the same as City, would you stop supporting Spurs? Yes, I think I would. I think I'd stop watching football altogether because I don't like the direction football's going in anyway. But I love my club too much to stop. But if Tottenham got a Saudi prince or a sheikh come in and started, if it was run properly, it's different. But if they started behaving like City and we had 115 charges above our head, I would stop supporting Spurs. Jim?
Never.
Thoughts?
I'll never ever stop supporting Spurs till the day I die, and in the next life, I will support Spurs. But
So if we're cheap,
I'm big enough, ugly enough, and old enough to say when things are wrong, and if I believe they're wrong, and if I thought we'd cheated, I wouldn't have any qualms in saying it. But I would still support my club. I can't not support them. It's just like it's just in my blood for too many years. But if we was wrong in something, which we have been in the past, then I would say we were wrong.
Could I just say a massive big up to everyone in the room? I've got 200 in today, which is a record. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please come to YouTube and subscribe. I know some are watching on Twitter as well. But thank you everyone for joining us. It's humbling indeed. Gallagher, I'm different to Jim. Like I say, I don't like the way the football's going, the whole Premier League. I don't like the vibe, the corruption. So yeah, I would stop watching football completely.
Kate, if we got relegated to the lowest tier, I would still support Tottenham.
So would I, but that's different because you got there, and that's just you've ended up there because of whatever. But if you cheat, I've got no interest because you're not really winning. You're cheating, and that's not winning.
Yeah, I understand
Big up,
that.
Jason. Good to see you. Injury prone, is that? And Hudson-Odoi, I think we're talking about. Lange has already said no to Hudson, so that's false. Okay. Paddy,
I did read that, Kate. I did actually read that.
Sarada, who do you support? Please, are you Arsenal? Let me know who you support, because I'm not sure. My point about the refs: how many red cards and penalty shouts against City got turned down? Think about it. Cheats 100%. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. Nothing would surprise me. The Man City stuff is mad, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Big up, Richo. Good to see you. I haven't seen you for ages. What do you think about Everton for next season? How do you think it's going to go? Let me know your thoughts on this season, next season, how you're feeling about your club. You're so right, Jim. My club is more important. David Clark saying Hudson-Odoi has done nothing in his career. It's just another classic leaving move to vulture a club in financial trouble to get a cheap player. Again, no ambition. Yeah. Destiny
let's balance the scales there, right? It is at the minute just paper talk, and I have read a report saying Lange has knocked that right on the head that he's not coming to Tottenham. So is it a Levy thing, or is it just papers talking, pushing him out there? I don't know. But I did read who was it who just said it? Someone just said it. The Lange is knocked
David
that on
Clark.
the head. Yeah. And I know before that about Hudson-Odoi that I read that Lange had knocked it on the head straight away that he's not coming.
You know what? I don't know why I called him Lange. I think it's Langer, but it always comes out as Lange. I think I just want to be foreign. Lange. I'm a real good. Since you signed Johnson for Forest, you still want to go back there? No. I think we should be shopping at a better club, or certainly for better players. Aaron, imagine being so empowered and privileged in life and then crying discrimination. Agree 1,000,000%. With that concept, Sarada. Sorry, don't like it when I don't know how to say people's names.
She did put in there how to say it, Kate.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to try and go back. Sarida. Oh, okay, Sarida. Okay. If you were to ask me, yes, my support for Spurs would end in the moment we got bought by an oil baron. Yeah, I'm with you, Cassandra, 1,000,000%. Just a thought: if City win, I think the Super League will come. Quite possibly.
No,
I mean, the new Champions League format is very similar to the Super League anyway, so it looks like we're going that way. Imagine not being happy with winning 4 years in a row. Always the victims. What can I say? I don't mind wealthy owners. I'd mind them if they outside exactly. If they're wealthy and they run your club properly and fairly, it's fine. In my opinion, I know. Imagine having billionaire owners that make record profits. Piss off, Kate. You'll be there with a Sheikh fancy dress costume on. I may not like it, but Tottenham till I die and all that jazz. Woo! Good to see you, Phil P. I can't deal with cheating, so I would not. Honestly, Jim knows me. I wouldn't. That'd be it for me.
I would.
Yeah, Jim's got no shame.
It's not having no shame. It's just I love my club too much. That I could if they're on TV, I could not put it on. I just couldn't.
Yeah, but Jim, let me put it this way, right? We get a Saudi-backed owner who blatantly invests and spends money outside of the remit of the rules. So cheated, but we won the treble. Are you celebrating that treble?
Yeah.
Wow.
I might say they did wrong or whatever, but yeah, I am. Yeah, sorry.
Wow, that's a shallow victory. Wow. But each to their own. Big up, Angus. Good to see you, sir. Hope
Right,
you're
Angus.
well. By that reasoning, we should stop supporting Spurs now because there's more blood on the British. Oh, I'm not going into that side of politics, I'm afraid. Arsenal. Okay. That's why Will's in. Everybody loves you. Good to see you. Henry, the GOAT, is here as well. Big up to you, Henry. Give me that oil money all day long. Break every rule there is. Win at all costs, even if you have to drink the blood of 100 virgins. Like I said, each to their own. That goes against everything I stand for, but each to their own. And good luck finding 100 virgins in this day and age. That's all I'm going to say. Lang said he didn't want Werner yet. Levy signed him. Yeah, that's paper talk, though. Is that true? Who knows? Big up, Revenite. Not seeing you for ages. Nearly 20 kilos down in weight. Wow. Please explain how you've done it. I need to lose about 40 kilos. I think. I don't even know how much. I don't know what 40 kilos is, but that's the first figure that come to mind. Big up, Mark. You've not missed anything. We did talk briefly about Conor Gallagher. We're speaking about City, and Jim is saying that even if we cheated, he'd celebrate the treble. And I said I wouldn't. No moral.
Look. Let's look, Kate. You cannot blame the players for what's happening at Man City. It's nothing to do with the players. They're bought. They're offered a wage, a contract. They take it. So it's nothing to do with the players. So if them players go out there and win, right? What happens behind them and up high up is nothing to do with them. So you can't take it out on the players. This is what I said to you before. The players have no say in that.
I agree with that, Jim. But what you've got to think of is, had they not broken the rules, they wouldn't have that level of player.
I understand that, Kate. I understand that. But when a player comes in and signs a contract and is offered a wage, he doesn't ask, are you breaking the rules or are you spending too much money? He signs a contract and he goes and does his job. So then players on the pitch, as far as they're concerned, they've won the treble, right? Or this year, the Premiership. So you can't it's not fair to take it out on the players or the fans. The fans have nothing to do with it. You can't say, well, you're a cheat because he's not a cheat.
No, my beef with City fans is they cry and they say City are right to be suing the Premier League and things like this. Not all City fans, but none of them will acknowledge the fact that they might actually be guilty of breaking all these rules. And I would be mortified if that was the team I supported.
That's a different scenario.
I can't abide cheating. I just can't abide it because it's hollow victories. You're not really winning. But that's me. Good afternoon, Stoke-on-Trent Spurs fan Coys. That's a name and a half. Afternoon, guys. I think all these reports on who we are getting are nonsense. We all know that we buy players for a smokescreen. I do think we'll get Eze, though. I think most people think we're going to get him. To be fair. Like and sub if you haven't helped this lovely couple out. Thank you very much, Mark. Please do like and subscribe. It's the club, team and players we back, not the owners.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, Chris. Jim, pick Kate or your club. Now think carefully.
Kate all day long. Kate's my rock.
The Saudis won't buy Spurs. No, I agree. I'm with Jimbo on that. Sorry. Do you know what? There's nothing to be sorry for. Everybody is entitled to feel how they want to feel. I'm putting across how I feel. I understand how you feel. Big up Beyond 72 says billionaire Joe Lewis, whose family owns Tottenham, will fine $5 million Thursday, but will avoid prison. Yeah, I know. He's no saint. I know. I agree. But what City have done goes way past that. You should live that particular moment. Who cares? Each to their own. Each to their own. Big up Jay Ashraf says, hi Kate and Jim. If you were Gallagher and had a choice between Spurs or Villa, which option you taking? I'd go Villa. A, because he's got the Champions League, and B, because he's Chelsea through and through. So me, I would go Villa. And Emery, in my opinion, is a far better manager than Ange Postecoglou. But Jim, who do you pick?
Well, I think you got some massively good points there, but also you got to remember he's lived in London all his life, and
Yeah,
he probably wouldn't have to move house. His kids, I don't know, he's got kids and a wife, I take it, or a girlfriend. They probably don't want to move up to the Midlands. So there's that side of it. It depends what he wants in his life,
yeah,
and the projects that are put before him. There's a lot to take in from it. It's not just a matter of I'll play for Tottenham or Villa. He's got to sit down and weigh up all the pros and cons. So that's down to
yeah,
Gallagher to do. So it's
yeah,
hard to pick. For me, if it was me, obviously I would pick Tottenham.
yeah. Big up Rinketti, good to see you. If Spurs were bought by the worst criminals in the world, I'd support them. I care about the football more than I do the business. Big up, Robbie. Cheaters out. That's you, City. Beyond 72, if you think that's the worst thing Lewis has done, do some research. He's an evil man.
Yeah. He's a piece of shit, as for sure. Yeah.
Just over 6 stone. Amazing, Aaron. Congratulations.
Well
That
done to
is
you.
amazing. Please let me know how you've done it. Destiny, how many years since it's... Oh, we are. The trophy one's come out again. Yeah, exactly that, Rodders. Good luck finding 10. I know about 100. Sarida says, yeah, the players aren't to blame. Imagine if the trophies are taken away and rubbed off their resumes. Awful.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
would
it'd
be
be
awful. And
well,
for
it'll
the
be
fans, Kate.
stuff the fans. It'll be years. I'm only joking when I say that. But the players, it'll be years of their career and Pep that have been wasted and thrown down the drain because they'll have absolutely nothing to show for it. And it will always be a blot on their record, really, even though it isn't their fault. That's about 6 stone, Kate. Big up Cougar Bear. Surely you aren't that big. The more that's more like the weight I need to lose. No, I'm not. I don't need to lose 6 stone. I'd like to lose 2.5 stone. That's what I'd like to lose. Again, I agree with Jimbo on that. I don't know what you said.
About the fans and the players, I think.
Okay. Don't respect City and the way they've done things, but however they've done it, the players deserve plaudits and praise. Yeah, I agree with that. But as I said, if they didn't have the money they've had, they wouldn't be able to buy that squad.
See, the thing is, right, it's all right us as opposite fans, be it Arsenal, Tottenham, City, not City, Villa, whoever, talking about City, right? If it all gets taken away and they get relegated, the fans suffer for something that the hierarchy have done. What was that last comment, Kate?
I don't think people are blaming the players, but they wouldn't have signed for the money if they hadn't cheated.
Yeah, but
And Chris says some of the charges are about under the table payments to players and managers. Exactly. So players aren't all ignorant to what's gone on, Jim. That's the point. Some are, but some aren't. You would celebrate it. I get that. And after the Premier League rejecting free shirt sponsors for us last year, get them. City is what I say. Get them. City is what I say. So you want City to win their are you saying you want City to win their case against the Premier League, Mark? That's what it sounds like. It is what it is.
yeah.
Started training slowly, Kate. Now I'm walking 45-minute uphill hike, kettlebell, dumbbell exercise as well as serious calorie counting. I'm at about 1,500 calories a day, hard but happy. Excellent. Just massive
Respect.
We're not worthy because I can't do it. There's too many nice tasting things around.
You're not big anyway, Kate. You think you are, but you're not.
No, but I'd like to lose some. I know I'm not enormous,
I
but
like
I'm
you
bigger
just
than
the way
I
you
want
are,
to be.
darling.
Thanks, but I don't. City fans have too much mouth on Twitter. They never know when to shut their mouths, says Angus.
Yeah, that's a good point because look, they shouldn't be shouting from the rooftops. They should just keep their mouth shut and let what's going to happen. I mean, crying out that they've done nothing wrong and this, that, and the other is wrong. They should just keep their gob shut.
Kate, you'll be crying and cheering at the same time. That's why Pep is piecing out. He knows the legal battle is about to get nasty. Yeah. I'm not Ange out, Dragon. I'm not Ange out. I just think Emery's a better manager than Ange. I'm not Ange out at all. Rinketti saying, Jimbo, who actually wants to live in the Midlands?
Well, my best mate's my best mate's from the Midlands, and he moved out. So,
yeah.
But he's got a lot of family that still live there.
It's great in Dudley. It's a lovely place, you know. It's just the accent that's a bit dodgy. Robbie says if City are proven guilty on half the charges, the league's integrity is gone. Nevertheless, they may take City's titles away, but they'll never take the moments and memories they've had. I get that.
They won't take it away, Kate.
I'd pick Spurs all day long, bigger upside, but as he's Chelsea, I know he won't. Yeah. There's rumours KDB's open to moving to Saudi at the end of next season when his contract expires, which is interesting because I didn't think that would happen. I thought he's the sort of player who want to play at the top level for longer, but Arteta better keep his eyes on any Chelsea players. Off any Chelsea players, sorry. Gallagher played at West Brom for a season.
All right. I didn't know that.
Worrying time for Everton going into last season at Goodison Park. Can't go forward at the minute without new owners. Yeah, I hear you, Richo. I hear you. If found guilty, the City fans are victims in this as well. Yeah, I know. I was only being sarcastic. Man United have spent more than City, says Simon. Ain't this a chicken and egg scenario? Also, did you see that 8 clubs want to change the rule? Man City are suing Premier League for. I did see that, yeah. But the majority are saying they don't want to change it. We'll see. Beyond says, imagine if we got owners like Cardiff did when he changed their kits from blue to red. I think that would actually unite the fans for once. Yeah. I have to stick to my
change
word.
us to red.
No, City till July. I know, that's what I was thinking of. Even if they face relegation and being stripped of their trophies, I'd still have swapped what we've done for what they've done. They've had a great time and you can't take those memories away. Yeah, I get what I do get what you're saying. Everybody's different. I get what you're saying. All women think they're big. Yeah, don't matter what size you are. If you're looking to lose weight, eat raw lemons. It speeds up metabolism. I had lemon yesterday, but I also had it with chili calamari and TGI Fridays, so I don't know if that counts. Sarida says, I took up dancing because exercising ain't my thing. More fun anyway, and I can still eat what I want. Don't see anything wrong with your weight, though. Thank you. But I am a lot bigger. I've got big hips and a big belly and a big butt.
No, you haven't.
I have, darling.
You haven't, Kate.
Oh, it's revolting.
Revolting. You talk crap.
I fell off the cushions in my sister's garden the other day, and she said, "You remember when you see those seals on that get harpooned?"
It was only because of the way you was laying.
Yeah, because I'm fat.
You're not fat. You're.
The trouble I have, Sarida, is I have fibromyalgia. So I used to go to the gym. I used to do Zumba. I can't do any of that anymore. So that's the problem I have. The players would be glad to accept for Pep. They would sue City. Never need to play football again. Yeah. I'm not even sure Pep will see the season out if they lose. Interesting. Do you guys say tea or dinner? I say both. Sometimes I say what we're having for tea or what we're having for dinner. Don't we? We say both, Jimbo.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
It was always tea when I was a kid.
Yeah, and me. It was always tea when I was a kid. Mark says if the Premier League can just reject people that want to sponsor your club, then where is it going? We had 3 shirt sponsors last year and the Premier League rejected them, so I'm conflicted with it. Okay, interesting. Big up. They won't take them away, but asterisk them. Yeah, but I think that's very. I think what they should do is if they found guilty and they are going to take them away, they should have Premier League winner and it being blank with an asterisk, so it really stands out. I don't think they should award it to the next one down or anything like that. But I don't see it getting found guilty. Arsenal. No, because it's not always Arsenal. There's other people as well. I just don't think it should be moved down. I think it stands out more and makes more of a statement if it's blank. I moved Stoke-on-Trent 22 years ago from London. I never moved back to London. People in Stoke are nice. That's where Robbie's from. Robbie Williams. Big up Anthony Clark. Not too bad, thank you. Got a bit of a cold, but am alive. Please smash the like button, everyone. Thank you. Everyone keeps beating me to the points I want to make. Bloody phone, I can't type on it, and my computer's fried. Coover, set up your new computer, you nana.
I was just going to say he's got a brand new computer to set up.
He's always telling me that, but it don't make any difference to how I feel.
She's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Intermittent fasting, I have tried that as well, but it doesn't work. Nothing works. I'm just going to be a hippopotamus for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you really look like a hippopotamus.
I keep my weight down by only eating 2 ice cream bounties instead of 3. Kate forgot I'm fasting too. Only eat from 8 till 4. Honestly, my list grows longer. I'm an extreme person on most things. I'm either all in or not at all. That's a good way to be, and it's obviously working. Phil P says new fitness regime for Kate and Jimbo. Daily visits to the snooker hole.
Yes.
Naughty. I just think what I want. Never seem to put on weight. Vindaloo, don't make me time you out. I hate people like you who just don't put on weight. It's just not fair. Not fair. I only have to smell a cream cake and I put on pounds. I wouldn't want a league title handed down to me. No, don't want their hand-me-downs. Go for it. Well, I can't because of my fibro. I can't do that, unfortunately. But anyway, let's move on because we got completely sidetracked there talking about City and whatnot. Ex-Tottenham player who's now at Lazio, Guendouzi, is pushing for a move to Aston Villa. Apparently, he's fallen out with the Lazio boss Igor Tudor, and he is pushing to go on and be reunited with Unai Emery. Apparently they want 25 to 30 million euros. I never rated Guendouzi. I mean, please, any Arsenal fans, if let me know what you thought. I just didn't particularly rate him. I mean, Jim, do you remember him? Big hair like Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, I remember him vaguely. Don't remember a lot about him, Kate. To be honest.
Yeah. City get away. Yeah, I agree. He was decent. There you go. I never rated him, but you know what? You know better than me. Big up Steve D says this is great news. That's me on the lemon cheesecake diet. Oh, that's my favourite. People with crazy metabolism that survive on fast food cake make me sick. Yet here I am having to be super strict. Yeah, I get you. Big up Paul G. Good to see you. Guendouzi is okay, nothing special. Yeah, mid. Who does Guendouzi not fall out with? I think every club he's had a fallout. Yeah, I mean, for me, I won't be particularly bothered if they get him. I don't rate him highly. I wouldn't want him. Yeah, that's exactly how I see him. Headless chicken. Never really did anything to impress me. Like getting booked. I used to always back him to get a yellow card and always win. So if Villa want to get him, it won't concern me in the slightest. So Jim Ratcliffe has said apparently that he is open to offers for Bruno Fernandes. I know John James was saying he didn't think that Bruno will be going anywhere and he's just looking for a new contract. But according to reports today, they're open to 2 offers for him. And they've said basically they will consider offers for all players within their team aside from Onana, Mainu, Garnacho and Hoyland. Everyone else is up for sale for the right price. So, well, I mean, Jim, they really are having a clear out. I mean, what do you make of it? That means the likes of Rashford, they're listening to offers for.
Well,
anyone even after 4. After them 4.
Maybe they want to do a rebuild, and I should imagine they'd get a few quid for Bruno, wouldn't they? I don't know what he's worth. but he's highly rated by a lot of people.
Well,
How
you
old is?
say he's so overrated. Look, I got some stats about Bruno the other day. Hang on. Bayern and Barca are both interested in Bruno. In 233 games, he's scored 79 goals and had 66 assists. I do not think Bruno is overrated at all. He's 29. I think he is so disrespected. I think he is. I don't like him. I think he's a whinge bag, but he is a wonderful player.
Yeah, the thing is, Kate, I think he's disrespected. It's because of his tantrums on the pitch, and if he doesn't get his own way, he throws his hands up in the air when other players are not doing well. And I think it's just his antics on the pitch, the way he acts. That's why he's
Yeah, but
disrespected.
he's probably the most criticised club at Man United by Man United fans, and yet he's won them so many games.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know?
Yeah. Yes, it is his antics that gets up people's noses. I mean, he gets touched and he throws himself on the floor, and looking for penalties. And I mean, I know there's other players, but he is one of these players that stands out when he does things, the way he does it. Always arguing with the ref.
Apparently Ineos are looking to cut 200 jobs as well at Man United, which is shocking, really. Rashford will go for a fiver and a packet of crisps. Big up El Dante. Says if it's not the legendary Kate and Jim's live show, things you love to see. Hope you're doing well. We're good, thank you. Hope you're well. I take Rashford. He just needs a big hug. I do think if he gets the right manager, Rashford, it could be good for another club. I'm just not sure if it's a Premier League club. I mean, I do think he's overrated, but at the same time, I think he's lost his mojo there. He needs a change. He's a great footballer, but I hate his face. Yeah, agree. He is massively overrated. A crying little rat. Nasty. His antics put people off. Sarida, thank you so much for coming in. Enjoy your evening. She says, love the stream. My favourite Spurs couple. Big loves to you, and hope to see you soon. Take care. Bigger up, Steve RFC. Yep, he does have 2 years left. Big up, Lisa Chica says Jimbo's spot on. I can't stand Bruno, and probably why I think he's overrated. Big up, Kate and Jimbo Chicos. Good to see you, Lisa. Hope you're well. Totally agree. Jimbo can't stand him. Wrong attitude on the pitch. He's got a really punchable face. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Only 43 likes. That's outrageous when there's 234 people in the building. Come on, peeps. Smash a like. It does help the channel. Thank you. Arteta does like Rashford, and we've held talks with him. Interesting. Just finishing off lunch, back to business meetings from 1:30. Well, thank you for spending some of your lunch with us, El Dante. Very honoured.
But you know what, Kate? I could actually see Rashford doing well at Arsenal. I think he's their type of player.
I'm not sure. I think he'd be better if he goes abroad. Big up Daniel Sandoval, always bringing the love. Cutting 200 jobs, they want to fix the roof, don't they? Yeah, exactly. Garnacho, Hoyland, and Mainu are the only three I'd even be interested in. Hoyland is only a niche. I think that there is a couple of half-decent players at Man United. Nobody that stands out. But I hate because a player takes pens and then they're overrated and pen merchants. Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's overrated at all. Yes, let's at least hit 100 likes. Come on, people. Just give it a nice little caress.
Moondog, I ain't seen you for a while.
No, Moondog. How are you, my love? Good to see
I hope
you.
your son's well.
Smash a like if you want us to sign Eze. Yes, and Isak. Smash a like if you want us to sign Isak. And there should be at least 100 likes for that because everyone wants to sign Isak. Even if you're a gooner and you want to sign him, you should smash a like. Yeah, he would massively cook in the Bundesliga. I agree. Mainu with Rice and Erdegaard, that's all. Yeah, it is, but they're not letting Mainu go for nothing. Let's be fair. The thing is, player for player, Man United and us are on the same level-ish. Yeah, I agree with that. Harry Kane wasn't overrated. I heard he may have taken a couple of penalties. Yeah, I think it's very unfair to judge them on their penalties and stuff. I'd take him on loan, wouldn't want him permanently. Newcastle want 200 mil. Yeah, I said that at the start of the stream. Never going to happen because they don't want him to go. I won't like. Then can I take it back? No, you can't. Kate, I hit the light. I didn't know you would get Eze. I want it back. Oh, look. What have you said? Who said that? Who said that? Penalty shootouts are good to watch only if your own team. Only way I would want my team to go to penalty shootout is if it would be if we played with one less player for an hour. Yeah, 100%. Mainu signed a new contract. Who's Kane? Yeah, who is that? Isak is getting the number 9 shirt at Newcastle. Big up, Matt. Do you know what? He's just a sensational player. I just think he's what we could have so easily signed him as well. I don't know. Our scouts need a slap. The league title coming our way next season. Tottenham are pushing to sign. Yes, this is one of my headlines as well. You've beat me to it. Look. Tottenham are pushing to sign this guy. I shall put it up here. Yusuf En-Nesyri. It was also indicated that a deal could be sealed for a fee between 20 and 30 million in the window. I had the article up and I've actually closed it, so I'm just going to get it back up. But yeah, this is gathering speed. Everywhere I looked today, this was the article. He's a Moroccan footballer, 27 years old, plays as a forward, plays for Seville. Apparently West Ham are also interested. He's got 23 goal contributions for this season. Jim, have you heard anything about him? Do you know anything about him, or is it?
I know as much about him as I do about MJ Cabernet. Know nothing about him. That's the first time I've even seen his name. And all the reports I've read and people I've listened to, I've not even seen his name.
He played 41 games last season. He scored 20 goals and had 3 assists. He's an integral part of Seville's first team setup. However, his contract's due to expire next year. They are willing to extend his contract, but there is rumours that he wants to move. And they want 30 million euros for him. I won't be jumping from the rooftops if we get him. Again, I think we could probably do better. Well, we could do better, but it's another chance, a chancy sort of signing because we don't know how he's going to do. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Pushing to sign FC, monitoring FC, interested in FC. Big up Martha Thomas for scoring yesterday for Scotland. Big up Martha Thomas, legend. Isak is the exact same as Henry, and that's why I want him at the Emirates. Be like the king has come home. Yeah,
he's got a long way to go before he's like Henry. I'm sorry, a long way.
I think that's a little bit of an overhype, but he's certainly got massive potential. Matt, thoughts on Gallagher to Spurs? I don't think it will happen. I don't particularly want him. I think he will end up at Villa. Jim likes him more than I do, but it'll be a case of waiting and seeing. I love you guys. Miss you all. Big up, Leo. Hope you're well. Good to see you. We miss you. Mido says he's like Salah. Well, let's hope so. He's one of the best headers in Europe. I would love him. Oh, interesting. It's interesting. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad because I don't know that much about him. So
I'll be looking him up when we finish.
I know Mateta, another brilliant player. Wissa, another brilliant player, and Buemo. These are all really good players that no one's really mentioning. But Indian Gooners in the house says, "How dare you? Isak is the same as Henry. Wash your mouth out, bro." Yeah, I kind of agree with that. All I know about Yusuf En-Nesyri is he's a bloody good Scrabble score. Isak has got very similar play style to Henry. The way he finishes, the way he strides forward. Is a few reasons why Arsenal fans really want him. Yeah, there might be things that remind you of Henry, but he's got a long way to go to be at his level.
I don't want him that bad. Go and break the bank.
Yeah. Henry had more pace, better touch, better technical, better passing, better finisher. Isak is just Henry like scoring from right curve into goalkeeper left. Very protective of Henry as some Arsenal fans. Rightly so. One of the greatest players to ever play in the Premier League. Isak same as Henry from an Arsenal fan. Wow, I'm not seeing it. No, nor me. Not yet. Yeah, apparently we do need to sign homegrown, but this is one that, like I say, it's everywhere today. Also, Højbjerg, one of the players that they're hoping to sell this window, looking for around 25 million, I believe. I don't know if that was euros or pounds, but he's one that looks to be heading out the door, please God. Also, Tottenham have released 4 players today: Dyer, Perisic, Sessegnon, and Tanganga. So, you know, their contracts have expired, and I can't remember. Someone did say how much they've saved in wages, but I can't find it now. 320,000. £320,000 we've saved on wages by letting those 4 go. So that's all good. Kate and Jim, with Werner in and possible names mentioned so far, does Ange's direction please you, or you'll back him no matter what? Jim, I'll let you answer this first.
I wasn't getting off the chair and dancing about Werner, but I will get behind him. I can see good points in him. A lot of good points, and the thing that he's got to work on is his scoring. So I'm not one of these people that's having a meltdown over Werner. But it depends who comes in, if it pleases me or not. It depends how the window goes. Ask me at the end of the window when we start next season, Vindaloo, and I'll tell you. But I will back him no matter what. If we didn't buy another player, I'd still back him because it's just what I do. So I will back him no matter what. But I can't really answer if I'm pleased with the way it's that we're heading at the minute, because the window's not even open yet.
Yeah, for me, I'm a little bit gutted. We bought Werner in again, even though it's on loan. I didn't think he'd done enough. I don't think he's been terrible as some people make out, but at 165 grand a week on wages, I think we could have done better. However, it's only a loan at the moment. There's the name. It depends. I agree with Jim. You know, if we get Eze, I'll be over the moon. If we get, say, a Santiago Jimenez as well, you know, it depends who we get. And if we start signing the likes of Lloyd Kelly and people like that, I'm not sure. You're gonna have to ask us when the window closes, and I'll give you an honest answer. But it won't be a case of I don't back Ange. It'll be a case of Levy's let us down again, in my opinion, or let Ange down. But it's a little bit too soon for me to judge him yet. But like I say, I was a little bit gutted we signed Werner on another loan, but it is what it is. I'm not going to cry. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Some of Sonny's finishes remind me of Henry. Lucky if you get 8 mil for Højbjerg, he's awful. Yeah, I agree. He is. Gutted for Cess that it didn't work out with us. He was such an exciting signing when he first arrived. Good luck to him. Yeah, really gutted for him. It's really sad. But at the same time, we probably saved 100 million on medical bills with Cess going. Says love Spurs. Arsenal Till I Die says, Jim, how good was Pires? I was quite young to see him play.
Yeah, he was good. He was a great player.
He was.
Yeah, he played for Arsenal.
He knows he's an Arsenal fan.
Yeah, probably between 150 and 200 times, I would say, around about that. Yeah, he was a great player. Yeah, there's no argument. Arsenal had some great players over the years. When you look
when you
at,
think of that team with Pires,
yeah,
you had the Bergkamps, the Omris, even before that with the Ian Wrights, the teams. I mean, it's no wonder they dominated when they did. They had the most incredible squad. Pires was amazing. Bergkamp was amazing, sickeningly so. But they were good to watch, whether you support or hate them. It is what it is.
and who's the Who was the striker that played for Man United and them? Oh, what was his name? Oh, I can't think of his name.
No, not Van Nistelrooy.
No,
Sanchez.
no, I think Van Nistelrooy. No, not Van Nistelrooy. Who was it? I can't
Van
think.
Persie.
Van Persie. That's it. Another fantastic player. What a player he was.
Mm.
Yeah, you're right. And the manager they had as well.
Yep. What do you think goal for Spurs? I'd say this is spot on. Top 4 and win the trophy. For me, that should be our goal for next season. Jim, go on.
Our goal should be to win the league. That's what our goal should be, to win the league. Full stop. Our goal should be to win every competition we're in, and that is it. Nothing less.
There you go. Spurs have to do better in Europe, but they can go far in Europe. It depends who they draw. Yep. AJ said it's going to be very interesting to see where we sit come the end of the transfer window. We've been linked with a few top quality players and a few not so good. All the excitement. That's the thing. This is what Tottenham do. We'll probably get one really good one and then some average. But we'll see. We'll see. I think we can do a deal for Yusuf En-Nesyri as Seville want Brian Hill. We have a good relationship with Seville. Watch this space. Yeah, it's a good point. Never thought of that. But yeah, Hill... He's not gone yet, is he? He's been linked with places. I don't think he's gone yet. But yeah, that's a good point.
It wouldn't surprise me if he ended up going back out on loan, Kate.
Oh, no, I hope not.
Yeah, I do as well. It wouldn't surprise me.
Chris Loney says the reality is the stats show Werner done well. Given he's been thrown in the deep end and only on a loan, it's a good deal compared against other Premier League wingers. I respect your attitude towards supporting players, Jim. I just can't do it. It's like saying I enjoy unblocking the toilet.
Look, Hoover, at the end of the day, he's going to walk out with a Spurs shirt on for some games. I don't think he's going to be a starter. But and when he does, I'll support him. I'll support all our players. And if they deserve criticism, they get it. Yeah, it was class. He was class. Bergkamp was special. Robin Van Persie.
Too early for me to say Ange out, but everyone's entitled. It is what it is. If signing Werner is like unblocking the toilet, then I'm pleased that we will be getting rid of some shit. Big up Paul 123 says, I suppose Skip will be staying there because of the homegrown. The rumours are that he is going to be going this window.
Well, there's rumours that he's asked to go.
Yeah, I mean, we're linked with Joe Bellingham, who's homegrown, so we'll see. Ange out. No need for name calling, deluded, whatever. If you want to
call me deluded, sure. I don't care what you call me. You can call me deluded, right? I'm deluded because I want us to win the league, and that's as simple as that. I want us to win everything. So if that's deluded, then let it be deluded. I like living in my little bubble where I believe we can do it if we get the right players in.
That front four of Bergkamp, Pires, Henry, and Lundberg. Yeah, Freddie Lundberg, he was fit. I remember he did the Calvin Klein advert in his pants. Oh,
I remember, yeah.
Our goal should definitely be to win the league. Have to aim high or we will never get to the next level. Yes. Yeah. When Angie's sacked by Christmas, who's next? If he's sacked by Christmas, I don't know. Let's wait and see. Any Arsenal news today?
What's he say? Tell Levy that. I wish I could.
Yeah, this one, Victor. I'm not even going to try and say that name. Victor.
Tossahankov. Tossahankov? Sounds rude, doesn't it?
Tossahankov. I think it's Sahankov or something. Sahankov. He's an attacking midfielder and he's on top. He plays with Girona. He's been linked with Arsenal, Tottenham, and Bayern, literally because Tottenham are linked with everyone. But he said that Arsenal would be his dream move. Apparently Arteta's a massive fan. He scored 8 goals, got 7 assists in all competition this season. Scored 11 times in 53 appearances since moving. having previously netted 94 goals in 236 outings for Dynamo Kiev. He's 26 years old. They don't want to put a price on him until after the Euros. He has a release clause of around £26 million. So that Arsenal are linked with them, and apparently that the player himself wants to go to Arsenal. So that's the only bit of Arsenal news I saw. Nothing, no developments on Sesko or anything like that I saw. It was purely this Ukrainian guy. The goal should always be to win the league. Yeah, you'd enjoy unblocking the toilet in hindsight. Imagine having grumbling guts and being desperate yet the toilet's blocked. Why the F are there so many Arsenal fans everywhere, even in streams? Oh, they're welcome. I'm lucky I get nice Arsenal fans in here. Arsenal getting Sesko for 50 mil, a second choice striker for his current club. Interesting. I'll be scouting Jimenez later tonight. Rodrigo Bentancur also here in Denver. Excellent. Enjoy, Leo. Because they're everywhere on the internet, you can't escape them. I'm sorry, I've got to just try and get through these comments. Arsenal signed Bergkamp, we signed Armstrong. Is that where it went wrong? Not that Armstrong was that bad. I think he gets some unfair criticism and suffered from injuries. Or I don't know, I think he was that bad. I think it was awful.
I wasn't mad on him. He was all right, but I saw him play live loads of times and he didn't pull up any trees, that's for sure.
No. Depends on what Arsenal do next season. It looks like we're going to win the league. We will have to drop some points going on what some Spurs fans wanted last season. Big up Maverick. Good to see you. But Armstrong was nowhere close. No, of course not.
No,
not even in the same sentence.
Wasn't fit to lace his boots.
Angus offered ESR and close to 100 million for Isak, but Newcastle said do one, I've been told. Emil Smith Rowe. Remember Jose? Oh yeah, Antonio Conte has been officially appointed as Napoli manager as well. Is it Napoli?
I saw something on here. Him walking out with a big smile on his face out of a meeting.
Yeah. I love Jimbo's mentality, and also I made a video, but it worries me that RBL bought the replacement for Timo before he left. RB Leipzig, sorry. Yeah, in other words, that he's going to be a permanent. Let's be respectful to everyone. Afternoon, Martin Knightsbridge. Hope you're well.
Hope you got home all right, Martin. Everything went well.
Yeah. If signing players was based upon their ability to model underwear, then I'm betting on Johnny Vegas arriving soon. They're laughing at you saying we're going to win the league. We didn't actually say we're going to win the league. He said we need to be challenging for the league, which a few people have said, to be fair. Tosta Wankov is what you call him when he signs for them, Jimbo. I think big money move, but risky. Big up, Jess. Hope you're well. Lovely. Good to see you.
Hi, Jess.
Sesko update is very much up to him at the minute. He has 4 offers: Arsenal, United, Chelsea, and RB Leipzig. Oh, okay. Breaking news: Win the Dog has put in a transfer request at Arsenal. Laugh. Sesko's release clause is still 70, and RB Leipzig won't let him go until it's met. Are those kids' clothes behind you? They're actually my niece's, who's 19, but she's a little tiny thing, so they look like kids' clothes, but she's just got a lovely little figure. Would you take Smith Rowe from Arsenal? His family is all Spurs, just a question. I'm not overly enamoured by him, I'm not going to lie. Jim, I don't know about you, he's a bit...
Yeah, I mean, the Smith Rowe from a few years ago, yes. But, I mean, it doesn't... They never seem to play him, do they? He started playing him a little bit, didn't he, last season? But the Smith Rowe from a few seasons ago, yes. Yeah, because I thought that he was going to be a massive part of their squad. I don't know what... Did he get injured? Yeah, someone's just put injury prone. Just saying that. Yeah, but he looked like he was going to be a huge part of their squad.
Sorry, I'm just reading. Someone sent something that said the guy analysing Man City in the Times is married to a senior executive at Arsenal. The guy that wrote the article. Where are we? Spurs will need to make their home a very hard place for away teams and win more away games and make Spurs hard to play against. Yeah, we need a fortress. Like the
Yeah.
last season at White Hart Lane with Poch when we went the whole
It's
season unbeaten.
this window is absolutely huge for Tottenham. It's huge,
Yeah.
and I know we say it every year, but we've got Angie, and he's got a 4-year contract, so they've got to back him. Why give him a 4-year contract and then just hand him a load of shit? I'm sure he's told them what he wants to do with the club. So it's a huge window. This window will show us, if we're serious or not. And everything that's coming out is that they're not putting any limits on what we're going to spend. So we'll see.
Give us Van der Ven, you can have Eddie and Ketia. No. Kate, it seems there's a civil war at Spurs. Where do you guys sit? I think even you and Jim are on the same page. We're not. I don't think we're not on the same page. Jim's always a lot more optimistic than me. I think. How can I word it diplomatically? I think the reaction to the Werner signing has been a little bit over the top. I think certain sections of the fan base will always find something to moan about. I got called out yesterday for making a perfectly innocent comment, which was just if Spurs had been, if Daniel Levy had invested heavily in Spurs for the last 23 years, there's still no guarantee we would have won a trophy because nothing is
About
guaranteed.
chances.
Yeah. I got called out for it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with what I said. I just think this fan base is never going to be united while there's that particular owner in charge. But I don't think me and Jim are on different pages with the club. I just think he is always more optimistic than I am. What do you think? Is that about right, Jimbo?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really give a shit what other people spout about the club, the players. It's their opinion. They're entitled to it, and if they want to shout from the rooftops about it, then that's down to them, isn't it? It's none of my business. So let them do it, as long as they don't drag our little platform into any of their shit. I'm not bothered what they do. I just think to myself, everyone's got an opinion. None of us really know if it's right or wrong, and until it plays out. Once it's played out, then you can say more. But we've got a big summer coming up, and at the end of the summer, before a ball's kicked, we know if we're going to be in a good standing or not, and we take it from there. But I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion. And how they say it or how they shout it or how they do it is down to them. It's none of my business. I do it my way. I try and be respectful to people and just crack on. And if I think we're going to win the league or I want us to win the league, then that's my opinion. And if you can't respect it, don't comment on it.
El Dante, I think we definitely would have won a trophy, but we had look. My point was there's no guarantee we would have. More than likely, we probably would have, but there's no guarantee. You think we definitely would have, but you don't know. And that's my point. None of us know. It's likely, we might have done, but nobody knows because nothing's guaranteed in football. I mean, no one would have believed Leicester would win the league. That was our perfect chance to win the league, and Leicester just played out of their box. It's just football's mad, and that's why we love it. It's only lately that this big money has come into the game more and more that it's so dominated by teams like Manchester City.
I think if Poch was backed, I think we would have won something by now. That's what I believe.
I think we was only one or two players away from winning a league.
Yeah, I think we was heading in the right direction, and then for whatever reasons, I can't say the reasons because I don't know what happens behind the scenes, and I don't like to guess what's happening. But there must have been reasons, or I don't know what. But I think if Poch was backed and them 3 windows we never bought anyone. They'd have bought in a few more decent players because we had such a good team at the time. I think we would have won some things under Poch. I really believe that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Thanks, Jess. I'm trying desperately to get to 1,400. I'm 6 away still. We've had over 250 people in this show, and I'm still 6 away from 1,400. So please, if you haven't liked and sub, please give it a like and a subscribe. There's no way we're getting Gallagher, I don't think. I think not a chance. No one said it's guaranteed. It's basic probabilities. The chance to win was considerably higher with Jose over Mason. Yeah, that is true.
Sacking Jose before a week before a final, to me, was just absolutely insane. And I can only presume the reasons he done it was because of the money. To me, that was just off the scale mental. Because if anyone's going to get you over the line in a final, it's going to be Jose Mourinho.
I said it on Spurs Kings TV. Sign Gallagher and the XPA's expected passion goes up. Didn't we finish second and you finished third? Yes. Angus, yes. And didn't you say we were going to sign Mbappe? Martin says everyone has an opinion on Spurs. Everyone's entitled to it. You just don't have to force your opinion on others to get them to change their mind. Exactly that. Jose lost the dressing room. Big up Diddler. We were never winning that final. We had a better chance with Mason. See, there's counter arguments to every argument. Excuse me. Yeah, but no one knows. No one really knows. Dilly even said on Sky we wanted a big player who would have given the squad something extra. Yeah, we were so close. Yeah, I agree. You'll never see an upset like that again, I think.
Yeah, you will, Kate. You will over time. It'll happen again.
Yeah, I said I don't think in our lifetime we will.
Well, I'm living for another 40, 50 years, so I will.
Not if you carry on being annoying, you ain't. Rather Gibbs White than Gallagher. Come on, guys. There must be 6 in here who haven't subbed. Please just hit that button.
See, that's the thing about fan bases. Not just our fan base. Every fan base. Everybody's got a different opinion on players, on the way the clubs run, and that's what I'm saying. Nobody's right. Nobody's wrong. You've got your opinion, and you believe what you believe. But only time will tell when people are right or wrong. And at the minute, about next season, we don't know who's right or wrong, do we? We just got to hope.
Yeah. Once again, your opinion, we have massively dipped in form. In every final, there's a winner and a loser, 50-50, no guarantees. Yeah. Yeah, Angus also said Osherman and Sesko. Bless Angus, living in his lovely little bubble. As a left wing.
If it makes him happy, let him do it.
Yeah. If we sign Gibbs White, we can maybe finally beat Wolves. Anyway, Spurs win the league is to get an oligarch. Oh, don't say that. El Dante says, I think we will see another big upset as we had Greece win the Euros, Leicester win the league, Denmark win the Euros. So lots of shocks all over the place with life. Nothing certain. Apart from the fact you're going to die and you're going to pay taxes. They're the only 2 certainties in life. How depressing is that? Steve D says, I know I'm about to get shot down, but I don't only support Spurs to win trophies. Go and tell all the thousands that support lower league teams it's only about trophies. I'd love to win a trophy, but yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I mean, people take that as you not wanting to win, but it isn't that. It's just you support them because you love the club, you love watching them play, and a trophy at the end of it is a bonus. At the end of the day, there's 3-4 trophies a season available, and we're playing against some of the best teams in the world. It's not easy to win a trophy. It really isn't. And it's getting harder every year. Kate and Jim, I'm putting you on the spot. In your opinion, who's the next player to walk through the door at Spurs? Go on, Jim.
I think the next player to walk through the door at Spurs will be, I've got a feeling it's going to be Eze. He's going to be our first signing.
I am going to go for... I am going to go for Yusuf En-Nesyri, or whatever his name is, the striker. That's all I'm going for. I do think we will get someone from Forest, though, whether it be... I don't know who, but I do. Hi, Kate and Jim. Do you think Levy will backhand all the way or be the same as usual?
I think he's going to back him. I've said it like through all last season. I think that he's backed him up till now to a certain extent. I wasn't happy with the winter window, not one bit. It started off like we was going to be a freight train. I think the window before he backed him, we bought Van der Ven and Vicario and some other players. I thought it was a good window. Can only do so much in a window, especially when you've got players sitting there on massive wages doing rock all like we had and still got. No, I think he's going to back him. I really do. I think within the first 10 days, 2 weeks of the window, we're going to have 2 or 3 players in. Good players as well.
The thing is, it depends on what your definition of being backed is. If we don't come out with a couple of massive names, some people will say he hasn't been backed. So, if we don't get at least 4 players this window, for me, he hasn't been backed.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the thing is, Kate, you saw you saying massive names. Van der Ven and Vicario weren't massive names, but
no,
they've come
I'm
in
saying,
and they're making themselves names.
I said some people will say if we don't get 2 massive names through the door, he hasn't been backed.
Yeah, it depends who he brings in and how they do.
Yeah, of course it does. But for me, I think he will get... I don't know. Again, it's all up. I don't know. I like to think Levy might change.
So you've got to look at as well, right? Well, he might bring in some players that really flourish under Ange. I mean, when you look at players like De Bruyne and Salah, they never flourished at Chelsea, but they moved. One moved to City, one's gone to Liverpool, and look at them now. So, Kate loves that film.
I do. I love that film.
And so this is why I say I back players, because they might come into our club where they haven't done fantastic at other clubs, but they might really flourish at our club. So, and until I see them play and see how they do, I'll back them.
Listen, Angel, I'm not blocking your comments. Put your time out because you keep going on and on. You're entitled to your opinion. That's fine. But I've put you're not really putting any opinion other than Angel. Angel, you're deluded. If you think we're going to do this, you're deluded. It's fine. But be respectful.
Yeah, it's not giving much input, is it? It's just we know you're Angel.
It's trying to cause trouble. It's just trying to cause trouble. It's a troll.
Yeah, you can be Angel, but don't. It's up to you. I'm Angin, you're Angel. It's like it's my opinion. I respect your opinion. If you don't
I'm shaking
like
it all about.
Yeah, just come with some good content.
Chris Loney says if Tony's dropped from England squad, I think he's next through the door. Interesting. I just don't think he fits Angie's profile. But how can you not be happy with the winter window? You were the only team in the Premier League to actually do business. I just don't think he did enough because too many Valise and Ashley Phillips. Not enough. Yes, Højbjerg is leaving apparently. The narrative from some is that if you disagree with them, you do not want your team to win. I don't know any fan of any club that doesn't want silverware. Exactly. Spurs have the lowest wage to turnover ratio in the league. Not all opinions have to be aired. Sonny's the highest earner at Spurs. Jimbo, the issue is when the window's open, it's the Euros and Copa America.
I know. It's a pain in the arse, but it is what it is, isn't it?
I do think over the years you had teams which could win trophies but rotated too much and not took the cup seriously. I agree with that, and I think that's what Ange's trying to change when he says the mentality of the club, because I do think it's been ingrained into this club that top 4 is all that's important because of the money, and I think Ange's trying to change that. I don't know what you think, Jimbo.
Yeah, I think that I think, and this includes Poch. I think we've had some managers that have played the wrong teams at the wrong times, and Poch is definitely included in that. And I think some of the players maybe too nervous or wanted to win too bad, just never really turned up on the day. But I mean, it is what it is. We've had to accept it, haven't we, and take all the stick from other fans. The stick don't really bother me; it goes right over my head. So,
Yeah,
you know, I support my club, I support my players, and win a trophy, don't win a trophy, I ain't going to change.
yeah.
And
Um,
every year, I will be screaming from the rooftops that we're going to win stuff, and when we don't win it, like how haven't done the last so many years, I'll still the next year scream we're going to win it. That's just me.
uh, good to see you, El Dante. Enjoy the rest of your day, my lovely.
Yeah, take care.
The Diddler's an Aussie and supported Spurs whole life. Tony's not hit the ground running since his suspension, no.
But he might come to Spurs, and it might give him a new lease of life, and it might, you know, give him an injection. You know,
Anything,
I was didn't care what happened to me, and then I met Kate. She gave me a new lease of life, and now I'm happy again.
yeah, Joe Bellingham. I'm not really that bothered about him either, but there are some rumours.
I've read some good reports about him, Kate.
Yeah. Jim, how do you have such a calm person at the way of Tottenham being run? I wish I had your calmness for Arsenal. They drive me mad.
It's look, it's you just got to accept what happens, you know, in life with your football club. You know, me screaming from the rooftops about players and managers ain't going to change it. I just have to accept what happens. I support Tottenham, so I'll get behind Tottenham.
I love Wissa at Brentford. I think he's brilliant. I'm surprised there's been no rumours about him, but maybe could be things happening. Just quickly, Chelsea looking to axe 145 million for Quartet. The four players that they're looking to get rid of are Chalabar, Badiashile, Mark Cucurella, and the other one is Sanchez, the keeper. So another team looking to have a complete overhaul. Four players there they're looking to get out as soon as possible. So there's quite a lot of teams doing a rebuild at the minute, which is interesting.
This is where
The
this is where Tottenham could take advantage, Kate, this season if they buy
yeah,
well.
yeah, but it's if they buy well, and it's if they push that boat out. No, it doesn't include Enzo Fernandez. They wouldn't sell him because they're never going to get the money back yet, are they? I am still 6 away from 1,400 despite having 277 people in the house. I would get a complex, but I don't feel well enough to get a complex. The issue with me and Spurs has always been when we want someone we don't, like Adam Walton in Jan. Chelsea are good at selling average prices. Yeah, because they've got so many connections. That 4 doesn't count the rest that are going. I don't know what that means. We should debate, but with respect for everyone else in mind, Jim, still there is time to join the Greek army and feel the change. I don't know what that is. I think they're mad to get rid of Chalabar. I actually rate Chalabar, apart from his injuries. I think he's a real decent player. But I know a lot of Chelsea fans that really don't rate him, which is interesting. But again, opinions. Everyone's got one. Chelsea, the club that keeps on giving a clear out after £1 billion spent. I know. It's outrageous, isn't it? Average players, sorry. I think it means the 4 that are leaving on a free aren't included in the rest of the outgoings. Oh, okay. That's a good point. Whatever happened to Evan Ferguson? He was rated at 100 million at one point. We was linked with him,
Yeah,
and we were like, we're never going to get him. He's Brighton, isn't he?
we haven't heard from him. I don't know if he got injured, but I haven't heard from him about him for I don't know how long.
No. I mean, there's another 10 that still need to go as well. Wow. Like I say, a lot of clubs doing. He's done his ACL.
What's Ange out say? Ange days are numbered at Spurs. Ange out. You know what? Every manager's their days are numbered at whatever club they're at. That's just a
Yep.
fact.
Yep. I agree with that as well. Evan Ferguson got injuries whole season, fell off massively. Sad. Very sad when that happens.
There's one thing for sure, right? managers and players will move on from Tottenham, but Tottenham will always be Tottenham, and that's the same as any club.
Yeah. Apparently, see this. I don't believe this rumor again. Another source has come out and said that there is an admiration for Isak among many at Tottenham, but it would not be cheap or easy to pull
Yeah, I
off.
read
I
that
don't
this
see
morning.
it. Yeah, that's true. Arteta has spent a lot of money. I do think his days are numbered. I really think he will last until the winter window. Don't think he'll last. Wow.
Do you know what? I love Spurs. I know who you are, but I've seen a lot of people say that. So you're not on your own. You know, I just think he'll do well and he will be here. But I've seen a lot of people say that he don't think he'll last past Christmas. But that remains to be seen, doesn't it?
Question for you, Jimbo. If Ange gets fired next season, would you take Poch?
Oh God, yeah, I would. I would take Poch. Yeah, if he wanted to come back and they took him back, yeah, I would take him. Maybe feels he's got unfinished business at Tottenham. I mean, I'm kind of 50-50. If he comes back, I'll get behind him. If he don't, I won't lose any sleep. You know, not because he went to Chelsea or anything in particular like that. I just think sometimes you shouldn't go back.
Yeah,
You know,
I'd take him,
I
but
know you would.
I know a lot of people wouldn't, and I get it, but I would. What worries me is if Ange gets sacked, where do we go from here? Literally, I just,
Well,
I
don't
just don't
think
know.
that he's going to get that, Kate. Think that he's going to do well. Be positive. That's all you
Ange
got to
out.
do.
Listen, I'll listen
Can't
to
stand
anyone's
this
opinion.
lot. Bluffer.
Can you just stop talking for 1 second? I listen to anyone's opinions. I bring everyone's opinions up. But if this is going to be your continuous contribution, I don't want it in my room. It's as easy as that. Because it's not an opinion. You're just inciting a load of nonsense.
Who's a bluffer?
I don't know. I don't know. But I just don't want it in the room. So it's a final warning. So what if Arteta spent money we needed to get back where we belong? Yeah, but you still haven't won anything, Angus. You still haven't won it. Ange as a soldier, he's already got better at leaving than previous managers. Still spending money. Yep. The word administration. Admiration is too strong. Only Arsenal fans admire their players. No to Poch, says Leo. No chance on Poch, says the Diddler. Big up Tom81. Good to see you, sir. Would you take De Zerbi? No, I can't bear him. Jim?
Not a bit of me. No.
Too much of a hippie manager for me. I don't like him. A
Yeah.
hipster manager. Not for me. I can't stand him. I think he's a cocky little prat. I wouldn't take Poch. Steve would. I hope he does do well, but I've just not bought into him. That's fair enough. I get that. I hear that.
And you're not on your own there. There's like a lot. I've seen a lot of people writing that, you know, but at least they're doing it respectfully, like you just did.
I personally think if Ange doesn't adapt and change tactics in game when he needs to, or approaches a game differently due to the opposition and results aren't going Tottenham's way, I could see Ange being sacked in the winter. Yeah, I don't think that's out of the realms of possibility, because it's a results business, and you need to be able to adapt to whatever team you're playing. I think he might have been a bit too stuck in his ways this season, but hopefully he's learned from his mistakes. But for me, Arteta needs to win this season, otherwise it can go be ruthless. I think you've got to be this season. I have to completely agree with you, Vindaloo. If he doesn't win something this year, I think you've really got to be looking out for a different manager.
See,
This guy.
with the Arteta thing, Kate and Ange, right? I think there's a lot of differences. Arteta's been there 5 years, so I think that Arsenal fans, I can see when like what Vindaloo just put, I can see where he's coming from. But Ange has only been with us 1 season, right? And he took over a shit show. Let's give him a bit of time and see where he takes us or where he don't take us, you know. But at least give him the chance to do it.
Yeah,
without
exactly.
screaming from the rooftops for him to go. You know, I don't
Big up,
think
mate.
he's done anything worthy of saying we should get rid of him.
Yeah. Big up to Raymond. Thanks for coming in. Enjoy the rest of your day. If Ange gets sacked, we may as well pack the club up and support City. Ugh, never support them. Ugh. Yeah. Do you know what, Winketic and the Diddler? A lot of people like De Zerbi. It's just personal opinion. I just don't like him. I don't like the way he comes across. But you know, who knows? Kate, after 10 years, I don't care. Sooner or later, a big trophy's coming to the Emirates. Fair enough. I was telling my barber I wanted De Zerbi from Brighton whilst we had Conte. Interesting. Arsenal fans getting excited. I'd take Ange now that it's all settled. After transfer winner, the right and be on the wall for Ange, good or bad. Yeah, agreed. We need a trophy. We need a trophy so bad at Spurs. De Zerbi isn't a manager for a big club. He's at Brendan Rodgers' level. Yeah,
I agree
and
with that.
you know what? I don't want to sound disrespectful to Ange, but we still don't know if Ange is above that level yet. It's too soon to judge him, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
Arteta is giving primetime interviews on CNN for some reason. Perhaps he's doing a job interview. The thing is, though, we're not going to get a better manager than Arteta. De Zerbi throws players under the bus, constantly rotates too much, and him and Levy would be Conte all over again. Arteta should have gone last season. Arsenal mutants love him more than the club. I agree with that to an extent as well. Not that you're mutants, but there is a lot who like Arteta, like Egal, for instance. He won't mind me saying this, but he is such an Arteta sympathiser. He sees no fault in that guy whatsoever. But everyone's different. Out of all these managers being talked about, the only one I'd have is my big homie Ange. Big up, Leo. Brendan Rodgers is better than Ange by a mile. Well, that remains to be seen. Big up Jess, telling everyone to smash them likes. Ange is the same level as Poch when he came to us. Difference being Ange has tons of league titles to his name. Yeah, but Ange hadn't managed at all in Europe.
That's the question mark people have got over him, Kate.
Yeah, of course it is. It's going to be a case of time will tell. Please, everyone, before I say any more, go over and sub to Jose at LTL Cockerell, who's trying to get to 500, and also to JSY Talks Football there as well. Jess, she's on her way to 1,000. Two great channels. Please, everyone, go and hit a like and subscribe. Also, Talking Balls Persuasion, you can find Chang there. We've got Lily White Lane. You've got Leo at Mile High Hotspur. You've got Free Spurs Boys. Go and support the channels. We all support each other. Who?
The Cough.
Yeah, the Coffee Company. United Spurs of America. All of these channels. It honestly really helps. Helps us just to get another sub and a like and what have you. So. Simon says, even Arteta ain't that much better than Brendan Rodgers. He can win a trophy at Celtic, but not for a big club. Ooh. Arteta fans are worse than Joe sexuals, but at least Jose won trophies. I'd rather ride this uncertain fun wave with Ange than have the rug swept from under my feet yet again. I'm enjoying this ride, even though it's tough at times. Ange, love it, Leo, love it. You ask a Celtic fan who's better, Ange or Rodgers. AFC Matt says, with Arteta, I think the fact that the fan base, well, the majority of it, the board, the players, all share the same ambitions and are all on the same wavelength. I think Arteta does need to win something this season, even if it's a domestic cup trophy. The problem Arsenal have is Arteta is doing a fantastic job. And as long as Pepper's in the league, if you can't get a Don Carlo or Klopp, I just don't see anyone guaranteeing us a league trophy against Pep.
Yeah.
Yep, I hear that argument. I get that argument completely. Big up to you, Colin. Good to see you. No need to apologize. Matt, I've got to ask you, are you the Matt that goes on the terrace with the match reactions and stuff? I think you are, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me know. But yeah, big love, Colin. Good to see you. Hope you enjoyed your time away. What else have we got? Rodgers is a traitor. I don't think Angie's football's going to work in the Premier League unless you drop 200 mil. Well, let's hope we drop 200 mil then, or more. Big up Smithy, Auntie Kate and Jimbo. Hopefully this works. I'm tuning in from the gym in 29 degrees Bulgaria. Bloody hell,
Yes,
Smithy,
well,
you get about, mate. When you're back home, give us a call. We haven't spoken to you in ages. Sending big love all the way over there. Keep Ange and your questions will be answered. Give him a chance. That's how I feel. We're circling around Everton for James Garner. Yep, I did hear that earlier as well.
This morning.
For me, Arteta's a good manager, deserves more credit than he deserves. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would give him 5-year contract. Wow. Arsenal have serious little brother. What was that? Little brother issues with Pep. Barring a disaster, I'm willing to give Ange 3 seasons to build. Do you know what? I get that, and I would do that too. I just don't think he'd get that because so many of the fans are turning already. And when fans turn, Levy hears and that he pulls the trigger more often than not. I thought it was you. Big up, Matt. Good to see you. City didn't win either domestic trophy this year. They're winnable. Do you mean they're beatable? Oh, no, the trophies are winnable. Yeah. Yeah, I agree 100%. To Farshire, it's a project. No point chopping, changing. If the goal is to... Excuse me. If the goal is to have the players play the system properly in the first year, changing doesn't benefit the system. 3-year project. Yeah. That's the problem, Pep. Once he leaves, it's more possible to win the league. Yeah, Smithy enjoying the sunshine. How's those Bulgarian MILFs treating you, dear Smithy? I was going to call you Stiffy then. Oh my God. He's nowhere near a world-class manager status. He's on the up. That's always improving us year after year. Yeah. Now you're at second. Are you looking at improvement by winning the league, or are you just looking to improve your points tally? That's what you need to decide. Do you agree that getting Dejan instead of Diaz was a mistake? I think getting Kulusevski instead of Kudos or Diaby was a mistake. That's what I think. 37 degrees here in Turkey, bloody roasting. The special one is here, and so is Jose Mourinho. Big up, Tom. Thoughts on Enzo Maresca? Look, I don't understand why Chelsea have given him such a long contract because I expect him to be sacked within 18 months. I don't think he's good enough for Chelsea, and I don't think he'll last.
I think that's a bit unfair, but
no, well, go on.
Well, I think to myself that he's obviously a decent manager. He's brought them up. The only thing that worries me a little bit is they did have a really bad spell, but they come back on it, didn't they, to get promoted. We have to see how he goes. I don't think a manager you can walk into a club and you can say, I think he'd be sacked in 18 months. I just think that's a bit unfair. Give him the season, see how he does, and then decide. But he's obviously a decent manager.
Yeah, I just don't think it'll last.
Well, what I read is he gets his team's playing really good football.
Yeah. Jimbo, question for both of us. Your favourite ever Spurs player? Mine changes like the weather, I've got to say.
Mine's Mickey Hazard. Mickey Hazard. Just love Mickey Hazard.
I've got 3. I've got Gary Mabbott, Van der Vaart, and Gareth Bale. So I refuse to narrow it down to one.
My Premiership best player is Kane.
Yeah. Bale got me off my feet more than any other player. Mabbott is just my favourite ever captain. I just love him. He's savage. And Van der Vaart, I just loved him so much.
They're 3 players that were fantastic.
Wow, 44 degrees in India. I think I would actually pass out. Let's finish these up because I think we better leave before I lose my voice completely. Chelsea fans won't go after Maresca if it goes wrong. Interesting. If Maresca doesn't hit the ground running, he won't last the season. That's how I feel. I don't think he will. Do you guys have Hazard's phone number? I love Bale. The reason why I started to support Spurs. Yeah, I've got Hazard's phone number. He's waiting for me to give him a day to come on. It'll probably be next week. So look out for Mickey Hazard's end of season review. I'm going to get him in for next week if he's free. He's actually broken his ankle at the minute. So, because he was hoping to meet up with him, but hopefully next week he will be here. Rubbish. You can only win the league if Pep goes. How did Chelsea Liverpool win the league? Then fact of the matter is Arsenal 8 points clear and bottled it. Because, yeah, there is that. Maresca to Chelsea is a shit show of an appointment. The Chelsea board have publicly said that top four is the ambition next season. I think Potter De Zerbi would have given them the best chance of obtaining that goal.
I think
Wow.
Potter would have done.
Yeah, you know what? I can't believe they got rid of Poch. He'd just gotten playing well. They looked together. He'd found what works best, and then sack him. It's madness. Kate's favourite player of all time is Richie. No. Hoddle and Gazza, well, what two players they are. Forget about them two. So many. Outside of Tottenham, who's your favourite player of all time? Oh my God, it's so difficult.
Mine's En-Nesyri.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know what yours is. Has it got to be a Premier League? Because my favourite ever player of all time is Ronaldinho. I just think he was an absolute sensation. So if it's not Premier League, it's Ronaldinho because I could watch him all day. AJ doesn't see Arsenal getting over the line with Arteta. Since he's got his players in and they play his style, he's 1-0. He's not elite level. If Spurs could sign a goalkeeper, who would you want? Realistically, if we could sign one realistically, not like an Alisson, I like Gallagher at Liverpool. I think he's excellent. Their second keeper. 6 injuries, Perth, Australia. All these people in nice hot places. Woolwich won't be as fortunate next season. And to be fair, they said that last season. So, yes, Ronaldinho. Oh, what a player. What a bloody player. I say that it's on Winston and Stewart, the board for that. Smash the lights up. Yeah, please subscribe if you're new. Still in the same position. But it's been lovely to have so many new faces in and lots of chat today. Messi, I was close to having that as my legal name. Wow. Archibald, my favourite striker for Tottenham.
Yeah, I loved Archibald as well.
Cristiano Ronaldo, says Matthew. Yeah, Tom, for me, I know people say Ronaldo, Messi. Ronaldinho for me. I've just never seen anyone do things with a ball that he can do. He's a joke. Just a joke of a player. I just think it's brilliant. Cristiano Ronaldo again. I get it. Yeah, the 3 R's, that's right. My favourite's Emmett Larson. If you've ever seen him play, watch him unbelievable. Yeah, he was a good player.
Yeah,
very
good
player. I got to go. I'm getting told off. I'll be joining Boxy on the beach with the flip flops very shortly. Big love, guys. I'll ring you when I'm back in UK. Big love, Lee. Speak soon. And Berbatov in the Premier League. How did you rate Defoe at Spurs? He was good to watch. Yeah, he was excellent. I'd love to have him now. Put it that way.
Well, I think he's a Spurs legend.
Yeah. No, for me, it's always Ronaldinho. Oh, you're saying that's your choice. Yeah, for me, it's always Ronaldinho. But the Brazilian Ronaldo was immense as well. There's just been so many brilliant players. Pele. On a more serious note, I think Ange Ball got found out at the end of the season, so he's going to have to adapt. If he doesn't, would you still give him to the end of the season if there's no change? It kind of depends how he's playing. If we're like going on a downward spiral because we've been completely found out and losing and people have figured us out and he's not changing, then no, I'd want him gone. I don't know about you, Jimbo.
Well, it depends how we do. I mean, it's a hard question because they might play the same football with different players and it works. So we just have to see who comes in and how we do. And ask me at Christmas and I'll tell you the answer.
Yeah, exactly. Ronaldinho was good to watch, now retired. That's when La Liga was good to watch, but not as good now. Premier League, best to watch. Yeah, I agree. I met Larson when I was younger. I was so excited. My dad's best mate used to work at Celtic. He took me to meet him. Oh no, best striker there's ever been. The General, my favourite manager. I think we'll call it a day. It's been oh, hello, look who's come in. My number one fan. Sam, good to see you. How are you, sir? Notice you said hello to Jimbo, but not to me. You're so sexist. Honestly, sexism is real. I've got my niece behind me, which can't come on camera because I don't want you nonsense over. I know what you're like. We all know you love her. Hope you're well, sir. Good to see you. I was just finishing the show. This season is about embedding a philosophy irrespective of results. Yeah, I agree. I grew up one man strike. Oh, Clive Allen, what a player!
Clive Allen, yeah. See him play live many times, that's for sure.
yeah, I agree. Sorry, I can't stop coughing now. Ange wasn't found out. Still had to tinker with the team. He'll keep doing the same. You're sexist, Sam. Sexist. Jimbo, my hero. Honestly, Jim, he thinks you've got such a lot to put up with. He don't realise that I'm the one who has to put up with it. That's beautiful Amelia, Sam, as you well know, who you love, and said, "Oh, have you shown her my abs? Oh." She's wetting herself. Yeah, she remembers you, Hassan. She remembers. The trouble is, football is a results game. Don't get time anymore. Yeah, agreed. I grew up watching Kevin Campbell and Alan Smith. Yeah, poor Kevin Campbell. Wishing him all the best. Who do you think will be the next Messi-Ronaldo rivalry for the Ballon d'Or?
God.
I think this year the Ballon d'Ors, the rivalry there was Vinicius Junior and Jude Bellingham, but I think Vinicius Junior will win it. My biceps, not my abs. Thank you very much. Apparently I got that wrong. Big up Amelia, you're getting said hello to. Bye Vindaloo, good to see you, sir. Take care. Bellingham, yeah, Bellingham and they're saying Bellingham Foden. I just think Bellingham and Vinicius Junior. You're a great aunt. I'm sure you made sure she isn't a Spurs fan. She hates football.
I don't get it.
I just don't get it.
Don't understand it.
She don't get it. She likes shopping. Oh, look, stop it, Hassan. You're too old for her. Absolutely. Look at Jim's face. Jim, he ain't going to be your friend anymore if you carry on.
You got no chance, Sam. I'll tell you that now.
That smells lovely. Do you want some? What is it? Oh no, I've got someone, but it smells gorgeous. She just put her perfume on. It smells lush. Yeah, Hassan, you're too old, and you've got her Uncle Jimbo sat there, and you've got no chance. So yeah, you can laugh all you like, but be warned. Mark says, "Hope the aliens are staying away."
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing.
We're going to start next week our show again. She's not 24. She's 19. How old are you, Hassan? 36? Something like that?
No, he's about 20, 28, I would say.
Still too old, bro.
Yeah,
I said too old, definitely.
Yeah.
And he lives in Jordan. So
she's not allowed boyfriends anyway.
Kate, can you ask Amelia, Burberry or Prada?
Maybe a bit of Prads.
A bit of Prads. A bit of
That's
Prads.
her mum just said Prada.
I don't have either, but I'd probably say Prada.
Yeah, Prada.
The devil wears Prada.
Yeah, 29.
29. Oh my God, we got Matt coming in now with 22. She's not allowed to date gooners at all. Yes, it will be back next week. We'll sort out a day, probably Tuesday, maybe. Yeah, Tuesday. It was going to be today, but I felt so poorly.
And I woke up late.
And Amelia woke up late. 19 is too young. Thought she's older, you fraud. You're the fraud. Wasn't Hassan about to get married? I don't know. Sam's got women all over the place. He's just a slag.
It's harsh.
It's not harsh. The things he says about me, he deserves it all. Find someone in a care home, bruv. But anyway, did we get any more subs? No, I'm still 6 away from 1,400 despite having nearly 300 in all day. How to understand football. Put that ball in that big square net thing. Easy. There you go. See why Jimbo deserves an Oscar. What a load of rubbish.
I'm very protective towards my niece, Hassan. Very protective.
Yes. Right. Listen, thank you so much to everyone's coming. It's been crazy. I was only intending to do an hour because of my cough, but we ended up doing 2 hours straight. So thanks to everyone that hit a like. Thanks to the 2 subscribers we got. So we're still 5 away from 1,400. We're getting there slowly but surely. We're back Friday with another transfer show with Chang and Nick, I believe, on Friday. Have a great day, everyone. Jim, anything you want to say before we go?
No, it's been a good stream. Very respectful people, and I really appreciate it when they're so respectful and good chat. It's nice.
Great show, guys. For Spurs fans, you're not too bad. And for Gooners, you're not too bad either.
I love it that we got Chelsea and Arsenal in. I love it.
Yeah. Big up, Angus. Always good to have you in here. 77 likes. That's outrageous. With nearly 300 in here. Thanks, Indian Gooner, for subbing. Thanks, everyone, for watching. And yeah, we'll see you on Friday. And enjoy your day. Jim, I'll let you sign out.
Come on, you fucking Spurs.